Welcome to 843 TV. I'm your host, Lisa Richardson.
And I'm Kathryn Mademann.
And we are excited today. We have a special guest and a special lady who's going to be talking about the Bluffton Jasper Volunteers of Medicine, Miss Pam Toney.
We love her very much because every time she comes and we get to talk to her, she tells us wonderful things are going on in the clinic. In fact, they have a wonderful event happening on May 12th. Look at the information, go to the website.
So you don't want to miss the other news, so stay right here with 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.
.843 TV, where the Lowcountry comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak. And welcome to 843 TV. We're in the studio with Lisa and I. We have a chance to meet with Pam Toney, who is the Executive Director of the Bluffton Jasper Volunteer in Medicine. Pam, it's wonderful to see you again, and there's some great things happening.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here and tell you about our event and tell the audience as well about what's going on at the Bluffton Jasper Volunteers in Medicine.
So where do we begin?
Yes, get started.
Well, on May 12th, we're having our annual fundraiser, Bourbon Bubbly. It used to be in October, but this year we've had a little bit of a change, and we're having it in 2 weeks, actually, 2 weeks from tomorrow at Hewitt Oaks in Bluffton. And we're excited to bring pictures of Hewitt Oaks so you can see it. It's just a fabulous place.
Where is that located?
It's off May River Road between Palmetto Bluff and just before the Circle. And so it's on the left-hand side. It's kind of back in the woods, but it's just a beautiful place. And hopefully we've got pictures that you'll be able to see so that you can visualize what it's like. And it's a great event, a great time for us. 50% of our budget comes from fundraising and individual donors, and so this fundraiser is so important to us so that we're able to continue our mission to care for those in need.
Who can come to this?
Anyone can come. We have, we'd love to have you. Tickets are $150 a piece, or a table of 8 for $1,000, and you can go online and register, and we'd just love to have you.
Well, that's important to understand. It is available right now. There's tickets available, and do go online. You have all the information to buy tickets, because it is really an important program that we have for our community. It helps the people who are part of our community, who help employ, and it just has, tell us a little bit about the people you do help at the VIM program. I think that's also helpful in this understanding.
Well, our program cares for those people that are uninsured and make up to 250% of the poverty level. And we care for people with primary health, and then we have some specialties. And recently we've just opened our dental clinic. And so now we're able to see patients in need of dental care. And that's an exciting part of our event on the 12th of May, because the McGrow family is going to match funds that we raise in our live auction up to $15,000. So we have the opportunity to raise $30,000 for our dental program. Now, the other money that we raise at the event will go to different programs at the clinic, but the live auction specifically is for our dental program.
Well, we've got some lovely items here, so why don't we talk about those and the auction?
Great, okay. Well, first of all, I have some live auction items. This is a wonderful original print by Amari Faris, and he is a local artist. He has a lot of pictures in the new Enmark Center in Savannah and also in the Smithsonian. And Amari is actually going to be with us at the event, so we're excited to have him and tell about his picture. We've also got a weekend at the Sanctuary on Kiowa Island that will be a live auction item. The Hewitt Oaks very kindly has donated a meal for 6, and if you've ever had anything by Chef Hewitt, you'll know that it's a great thing to have, a great meal, and so they are also giving us a live auction item. Bluffton's finest police officers are doing a dinner for us, and then a tour of their station, and then also their canine unit. And then we have a beautiful diamond necklace that Heritage Jewelers has given us. And so we have a lot of great items to do for our live auction. And again, we're hoping to make that $15,000 so we can get that match.
It sounds like you're going to do that. I mean, I think these are really unique prizes. I mean, from diamond necklace, which we all love, but have an opportunity to see the canine canine unit. I think that's really quite interesting, and also the food and all staying up at Kiowa. So with that all being said for this event, I really want to point out that this new dental program that you've now created for the services is amazing, and knowing that it's going to be matched and have the ability to have your patients looked after. Every time I speak to you, everything's growing and growing and getting better and better.
It is, we really are. In the dental program, originally we were referring patients out for dental services, about 25 patients a month, and we're hoping to see at least 50 to 75 patients at the clinic.
Now, we've been to the Bluffton area clinic, which is wonderful and beautiful. Do you also have that service in Ridgeland for dental?
We don't have the dental service in Ridgeland, but we have eye care in Ridgeland.
Oh, okay.
And so we'll send some of our Bluffton patients to Ridgeland for eye care, and then bring our Ridgeland patients to Bluffton for dental care.
So you are full
we have
service.
a lot.
Every time, this is new, every time that we talk to you, we were reminded of the great, just all-encompassing healthcare.
Oh, it is. And another thing we wanted to do, there's so much to talk about, and we do have time, but I also want to share with you that the doctors that are donating, and the nurses, and the healthcare providers, I mean, tell us a little bit about that, because it does take a village to put this whole thing together. So
it does. It really does. And in the next segment, I have a little surprise to tell everybody about our volunteers. So most definitely, we wouldn't be able to do it without our volunteers.
We'll save that for the next segment then.
Right.
We will.
That's right.
So let's go back to the Bourbon and Bubbly. How many years have we been putting on this
This
event?
will be the 5th year, so this is exciting. We started in Old Town Bluffton with about 120 people probably came to the first event, and now we're hoping to get 250 people to come.
How many so far?
It's right now we have 220 tickets.
So you're there. You're almost there.
We're
That's
almost
great.
there, but we can always add more. Again, Hewitt Oaks has been so kind to us, and so if we're able to sell more tickets, then we'll just expand that tent. It starts out with a silent auction, and then with a wonderful hour of drinks and socializing, and then we have our usual second line, which we're always excited about, and we have a jazz group that will take us from the hors d'oeuvres, and we will do the second line through the tables, and then we'll sit down to have dinner. And so
can you share the menu with us?
I can't. I wish I could, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's just in the process, and they're just going to give us a surprise on what it is. But what I can share is that they always do a wonderful signature drink, and because it's bourbon and bubbly, we'll have a signature bourbon drink, and we'll also have a signature champagne drink. And so I think that's a lot of fun to have.
That is very, very fun. We all like those two things.
That's right.
At some part of the evening.
That's exactly
Before
right.
and after.
It is. That's exactly right. So that's always a fun time for us, and it's a good time for people to get to know each other. We have some people that come every year, and then we always have new guests that come and they learn about the clinic. We always do a video of what we do, and this year we are actually focusing on our volunteers. I think it's important for people to understand that what we do at the clinic is all by volunteers. And so again, we'll talk a little bit about it in a few minutes, but our volunteers are the ones that provide the services.
So before we go too far, in that conversation, we have items. I have a beautiful purse in front of me. Is this something that's available as an auction? Let's talk a little bit about this.
Oh, good. So the handbag is a Kate Spade, and then it will also include a gift certificate to one of our local restaurants. So that's kind of fun. That's a silent auction item. We have a tower of wine. I just brought one bottle to show you.
This is a good one. We like William Hill.
A tower of wine, and that usually is somewhere between 9 and 12 bottles, and we make it into a tower, and you can bid on that. And then Cassandra's Kitchen has donated.
This is very sweet.
I know, it's lovely. A cookbook, and then also a gift certificate. We have an amazing amount of artwork that local artists have donated for us. We've also got some beautiful champagne glasses and a bottle of vintage champagne. And then something new this year that I had read from Southern Living magazine. There's a wonderful chocolatier in Memphis, Tennessee, and I called them, and we have these wonderful chocolates that are coming with also a bottle of bourbon, and it comes in a a bag that you can carry with you with these delicious chocolates and the bourbon. So we have lots of fun things. The distillery in Bluffton has also donated 2 vintage bottles of bourbon, and so we'll be auctioning those off. So I think there's something for everyone: jewelry, food, trips.
So if you're a business owner locally and you're listening, I think that Pam would accept anything you'd like to try to donate for this wonderful event. Still taking items, I guess.
That's right. And I don't want to forget, I really want to thank all of our sponsors. We have title sponsors that have given $10,000 or more to help us, and that's Charter One, South Street Partners, Hewitt Oaks, and Hilton Head Hospital. That also includes Coastal Carolina Hospital. And then our dinner sponsors are Palmetto Electric, St. Joseph's Candler, and Healy Law Firm. And then we have $1,000 sponsors, which are Beaufort Memorial Hospital, Exit Realty, Dividend Assets, Thomas and Hutton Architects, Charles Schwab, the Surge Group, and Milliken Law Firm. And so these are all people that have generously helped to put this event
every time
on.
we do a show, we always are reminded how generous our community is. We say this almost every time we're somewhere,
we really
and we do have
and
a great
it gives me
support.
this very warm feeling. I actually had the chills when you were telling me all this, because again, it's just our community taking care of everybody else. And
for,
It is.
for a small island, that's quite
exactly
something. Yes.
right. And
well, we are out of time on this segment, but we'll be back. Stay with us for more 843 TV.